Jacopo Palma il Vecchio, a name somewhat overshadowed by the colossal figures of Titian and Giorgione, remains a central figure in understanding the rich tapestry of the Venetian Renaissance. Born Jacopo Negretti around 1480 in Serina Alta, near Bergamo, Palma Vecchio, literally the Elder, to distinguish him from his great-nephew, Jacopo Palma il Giovane, moved to Venice in his early years, where he would absorb and contribute to the flourishing artistic milieu of the early 16th century. Little is known about Palma Vecchio's early life and training. His move to Venice, however, marked the beginning of his formal education in art. Venice during this period was a vibrant centre of commerce and culture, attracting artists, merchants, and scholars from across Europe. In this stimulating environment, Palma Vecchio began his career, influenced heavily by the prevailing currents of Venetian art, which emphasized color, light, and a softer, more poetic approach to religious and secular themes compared to the more linear and sculptural style dominant in Florence. In Venice, Palma Vecchio likely trained under Giovanni Bellini, the doyen of Venetian painting, or was at least greatly influenced by him. However, it is his connection to Giorgione and Titian that most distinctly shaped his artistic trajectory. These relationships helped Palma develop a style characterized by rich coloristic effects and sensuous forms. Unlike the often mystical and elusive compositions of Giorgione or the dynamic and dramatic expressions of Titian, Palma Vecchio's works exhibit a calmness and clarity, focusing on beauty and serenity. One of the definitive aspects of Palma's work is his depiction of the human figure, particularly female figures, which are rendered with voluptuous and sensuous charm. His portraits, often of unknown sitters, convey a robust, earthly beauty, embodied perfectly in his famous work, La Bella. His religious paintings, while less mystical than those of his contemporaries, are imbued with a human warmth and accessibility. Among Palma Vecchio's most celebrated works is the Santa Conversazione type, a format where saints from different epochs are grouped around the Madonna and Child in a single unified space, suggesting a heavenly conversation. His treatment of landscapes and backgrounds with lush pastoral scenes also contributes to the tranquil and inviting atmosphere of his paintings. One of his masterpieces, Assumption of the Virgin, originally in the church of Santa Maria Formosa in Venice, showcases his skill in composing large-scale religious scenes. This piece not only illustrates his ability to manage complex compositions, but also highlights his distinctive use of color and light to create depth and volume. His secular works, such as Three Sisters, also known as Three Beauties from the Court of Venice, display his talent for portraiture with an almost proto-Baroque feel in their presentation of the subject's luxurious attire and engaging gazes. Palma Vecchio's career flourished until his death in 1528. His works were pivotal in the transition from the High Renaissance to the Mannerist style that swept through Italy in the mid-16th century. Although not a radical innovator, his contributions to the development of Venetian portraiture and his refinements in color and composition influenced generations of artists, including his nephew, Palma il Giovane, who would carry on his legacy into the late Renaissance. Despite his success, Palma Vecchio did not establish a large workshop, which is partly why his influence, although profound, was not as widespread as that of his peers like Titian. Yet, his paintings remained highly prized by collectors and connoisseurs throughout the centuries for their beauty and harmony. Palma Vecchio's life and work encapsulate the essence of Venetian painting at a time when the city was transitioning into one of the foremost artistic capitals of Europe. His ability to blend the rich traditions of Venetian colorism with the humanistic influences of the Renaissance created works that were both beautiful and accessible. In his serene landscapes, lushly detailed portraits, and tranquil religious scenes, Palma Vecchio offered a vision of a world suffused with grace and natural beauty, leaving a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. His death in 1528 marked the end of an era, but the enduring charm of his paintings ensures that he remains an important figure in the annals of art history, celebrated for his unique approach to the Venetian ideals of color and light.